33K, Hakodate-built bulk vessel, was entering a breakwater in light ballast conditions, with a pilot on board for berthing. The inbound route consisted of a starboard turn right at the entry of port, bounded by a breakwater on one side and shallows on the other. The vessel was assisted by 2 tugs, who arrived before the vessel entered the channel. However, tugs were not made fast. The vessel was on the port side of the planned track. We now want you to take a short break and consider the following question. What do you think happened next? On reaching the alteration point, the vessel commenced turning to starboard. Still, halfway through the turn, she realised that though the vessel's bow was turning to starboard, vessel bodily drifting to port closer to shallows. She tried to use the opposite helm and made fast tugs to reduce vessel speed and avoid vessel running into shallows, but in vain. She ran aground on her port side. We now want you to take a short break and consider the following question. Why do you think grounding happened? What are the various barriers on your vessel that would prevent similar accidents from happening? What could cause those barriers to fail? How can those barriers be made more effective? An investigation was conducted immediately, revealing several factors contributed to the grounding. Immediate causes included improper turn execution by the vessel and excessive initial speed prior to turning. Root causes included scanty master-pilot exchange and poor response by the bridge team to pilot's actions. Taking it further in the report, it was found that the vessel did not strictly follow the recommended route in its initial approach to the breakwater entrance. The wheel over position was also incorrectly marked. The tugs were not made fast well in time prior to executing the turn at the entrance. The bridge team failed to challenge the pilot and appreciate the shallow water effect on vessel manoeuvrability. We now want you to take a short break and consider the following question. As a passage planner, are you using the wheel over point while planning course alteration? As a navigator, are you using the wheel over point to aid the course alteration? This point at which the wheel is turned over is known as wheel over point. Wheel over point shall be marked on the course line at a distance equal to the reaction time of the vessel for that course alteration at specified vessel speed and rate of turn. Wheel over line is drawn parallel to the final course passing through the wheel over point on the planned course line. Wheel over line is marked so that the vessel remains on the final course after alteration, irrespective of the vessel's cross-track error in the initial course. The wheel over point and wheel over line must be marked in advance for all alterations. Once the navigator selects the parameters like vessel speed and ROT, the ECDIS calculates and marks wheel over line and wheel over point during passage automatically. We now want you to take a short break and consider the following question. How do you think shallow water effects may have contributed to this accident? Shallow waters result in erratic steering and increased turning circles, and are more likely to be experienced in water depths less than twice a vessel's draft. We now want you to take a short break and consider the following question. Could tugs be used more effectively here? It should also be borne in mind that tugs made fast to the vessel will be able to assist more adequately for pushing and pulling. Effective pivot point shall be considered when tugs are used for pulling or pushing. A tug working with a large turning lever will be more effective than a tug working with a shorter turning lever. We now want you to take a short break and consider the following question. What is the most important learning takeaway after this exercise? What actions will you take personally to avoid these types of accidents on your vessel?